it's difficult, if not impossible, to grow your YouTube channel with an Instagram account. It's very difficult to move audiences, period. You grow them one place, you can, but it's always such a small percentage. Therefore, the best way to grow a YouTube channel is on YouTube. And the best way to grow an Instagram account is on Instagram. You got to just press record.
Should I spend most of my time commenting on other cooking videos within YouTube, or should I try to keep going? Like on Instagram, I started a whole nother page and try to connect with people there. Like, I don't know.
Like, what do you want to happen if by the end of 2021, you either had Instagram influence and some kind of strategy you want that's similar to what Shalene would teach over there, or 10,000 subscribers on YouTube and
YouTube.
some kind of, you'd
So
want
that
YouTube.
answers the question already.
Okay. So of course it's about reverse engineering and like self-awareness of knowing what it is you want to grow. In my opinion, it's difficult, if not impossible, to grow your YouTube channel with an Instagram account. It's very difficult to move audiences, period. You grow them one place, you can, but it's always such a small percentage. Therefore, the best way to grow a YouTube channel is on YouTube. And the best way to grow an Instagram account is on Instagram. And I'm all for Instagram. And we actually have Shalene's doing some training with us in February, and we're absolutely love her stuff, but it's knowing where's your focus today. So if I'm you, my strategy is number one, really dialing in your YouTube content, and you're doing great. But I think like, I don't love this title as a good example. Part one, I don't even know you yet. Like, what is part one? Should at least get the end of the title, if not the beginning. Making a dessert pizza. Like, I would rather see this title formulated as like dessert pizza : something, 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 parentheses, part one. So that's just like the restructuring of the title. Definitely, for example, I would be, of course, doing your keyword research, and maybe like
type stuff in like that, and then I try to put those as the tags.
But the key is you research before you press record. So it's not even necessarily, yes, you could put these as tags, but this research should influence the actual content. So my point is this: by starting here, you should actually keep going deeper and actually do a, cinnamon sugar dessert pizza, or a dessert pizza with pre-made crust. And the reason that is the video that you did is because you did the keyword research first. And furthermore, the title becomes dessert pizza: how to make pre-made crust that is da-da-da. And being really strategic in research before you press record, coming up with the video idea, architecting the content around that. Because here's the result I'd be looking for. You're one ranked video away from changing your life and business. You put out dessert pizza with pre-made crust, that video gets 100 views, 800 views, 2,000 views, 2,500 views over the next couple months. That's not unrealistic. You find the right video about the right recipe and the right topic. In fact, I'm not even a cook, but I am a YouTube video ranking expert, right? Over the years when I was perfecting my process, I would do stuff like oven baked salmon in foil. Okay. And 8 years ago, let's just check
pounds fresh Atlantic salmon fillets, baked, oven, tinfoil pouch, recipe made easy. Here's the ingredients you're gonna need: salt, pepper, extra virgin olive oil or light extra virgin.
Okay, so 8 years ago, right? 303,000 views. Been doing this for a minute. Affiliate link in my top link to 4 Hour Chef by Tim Ferriss. Has nothing to do with the video, but you got to do what you got to do. You need money for the mission. This video is so specific. I want you answering specific questions. I learned this recipe from my dad, stepdad, and the key is it wasn't just baked salmon. It was oven baked, so it's not grilled on a grill. And then it was also in foil. So the layers, it wasn't in a pan. It wasn't in a glass. I don't even know what you call things. I have no right to be teaching this video, but apparently 303,000 views. I just was sharing this recipe, like the only recipe I know. I know like 3 recipes, and they all turn into YouTube videos. In answer to your question, there's your answer to your growth. Is the research before you press record, is the make the right videos, is over 8 years later, having 303,000 views or 35,000 views because of the way you structure your videos. Definitely improve your titles, your thumbnails, but to be overwhelmed or discouraged by that, it's getting 1% better
Yeah.
with every upload. And like Tony said, he's like, I actually took like a Skillshare course or whatever on like food photography and like design. Like, as I think about, this is a marathon and not a sprint. So of course you're maybe hustling and really, but like, be patient, think about, okay, as I'm making my 2021 plan, what skills do I want to learn this year? And I'm going to focus on one aspect of my channel. I really want to keep doing videos and get better, but I'm really going to focus on making the thumbnails better and learning Canva. And Heather has a great training. How do you do your thumbnails?
I usually now I listened to one of the podcasts. And so I started doing like pictures of when I'm baking it. And then like I put it there, and then I'll do like my face, and I'll be like, or something like that. To try to, I try to think about the thumbnail before I actually do the video.
Cool. Well, final tip on that too. And I think, so keep leveling up 1% better with every video. You and all cooking channels and all channels is success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. And here's what I mean. It is my opinion that you actually don't need words on your titles, and that you do not need to be you don't need words on your thumbnails, and you also do not need to be in the thumbnails. And the reason why in your niche is that data proves it. And so if we say banana, well, what's the data, Sean? Like the top performing videos. So if I look at banana pecan cake, okay, sure, little black text, but actually unnecessary in my opinion. That one, little logo in the upper right, but also, and notice some fresh looking bananas, little bit of like depth of field there. What kind of phone do you have?
I think it's an S10.
Yeah, so you might have like, but I mean, with good lighting, get some natural lighting in there and get some stuff. You could take great photos on there. And so if I look at something like pizza sauce and most cooking videos, now it doesn't mean you can break any rules, but success leaves clues. Like, really think about what are the top performing videos and what can I learn about them? Just a really good picture of what I'm going to get. And then a good title, a great picture of what I'm going to get. An old school video that can do okay necessarily, that's maybe not as good, but this is 2 pizza sauces. Oh, like juxtaposition. So that also, when it comes to your research phase, think about also researching your, if you will, competitors or the other videos. Of course, craft your own style. Of course, experiment. You can do anything you want, but that is one tweak I would make. And people are after the recipe. You don't have to worry about like cutting yourself out, or, you can experiment with having you in the thumbnail as well. I just don't think it's necessary. So then in my case, I'm trying to take your final dish, go outside, put it on like a table in daylight, have a little like plant kind of coming into the corner, start snapping some photos, and like, okay, wow, that's like a really great photo. And in a way that might be like all you need. Maybe and take a class on free YouTube videos or something. I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max or whatever. It takes pretty good photos, but nothing compared to what I edit them after. Like, they're super flat. The saturation's not high enough. The blacks and they don't punch enough. You could do some sharpening. I know there's some ninjas in the comments. Let me know what photo editing apps you use here in the community. But I just use the iPhone apps, and I do a little, I mess with those features. So you just watch, like, put on your calendar, schedule your personal development. We call it a PDP, your personal development plan. Schedule like, okay, this coming weekend, in addition to everything else I'm going to do, for an hour, I'm going to watch videos about how to take great photos on my phone and videos about how to edit photos on my phone, so you could get some vibrant photos of your pumpkin maple macaroons.
Are you ready to start or grow your YouTube channel? Do you feel stuck and need help connecting the dots? Join this free web class where you'll learn the step-by-step playbook for YouTube success. We've helped thousands of purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you grow their influence with video. Register today for this exclusive training at thinkmasterclass.com.